Ancient grappling more than just a fight. Ancient Rome. Imagine a world of emperors and gladiators, a world of brutal combat and roaring crowds. Now picture wrestling in that world. This wasn't your grandpa's wrestling, folks. This was raw, this was real, this was Roman. In ancient Rome, wrestling wasn't just about entertainment, it was woven into the fabric of their society. They saw it as a test of strength, a display of skill, a celebration of the human body at its peak. These guys were more than just athletes, they were symbols of Roman power, discipline, and courage. We're talking about a time when hand-to-hand combat was a way of life. The Roman army relied on grappling skills in battle. Roman citizens saw wrestling as a noble pursuit. This wasn't just a sport, it was a reflection of Roman values. It was in their blood. So next time you see wrestling, remember its roots. Remember the Romans. They took it seriously, and so should you. Because behind the sweat and the struggle, there's a story of dedication, of passion, of pushing the human spirit to its limit, and that's something worth watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories from history. The gladiators' grind, forging strength and skill. Becoming a wrestler in ancient Rome? Not for the faint of heart. It took guts, grit, and a whole lot of hard work. These guys trained like modern-day warriors. We're talking about a life dedicated to pushing their bodies and minds to the limit. Imagine waking up before dawn, every single day. You're not hitting the snooze button, you're hitting the training ground. Running, jumping, lifting, throwing, all before most Romans even had their breakfast. Their training wasn't just about building muscle, it was about technique, strategy, and learning how to outsmart your opponent. They sparred for hours, honing their skills, mastering different holds and takedowns. Think of it like a brutal chess match, only with more sweat and the occasional broken bone. And let's not forget the diet. These guys weren't exactly chowing down on pizza and pasta. We're talking about a strict regimen designed to fuel their workouts and build lean muscle. Think whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and protein-rich foods like beans and lentils. It was a life of intense discipline and dedication. But for those who endured, the rewards were immense. The chance to prove yourself in the arena, the roar of the crowd, the glory of victory. That was the dream that kept these gladiators going. The sand and the roar. A day at the games. Picture this. The sun is blazing, the crowd is roaring, and the sand is stained with the sweat of gladiators. You're in a Roman arena, and the atmosphere is electric. The air is thick with anticipation, the scent of dust and sweat hanging heavy. It's a spectacle unlike anything the world had ever seen. The gladiators enter the arena, their muscles glistening with oil. The crowd erupts, cheering for their favorites. It's a scene of controlled chaos, a symphony of noise and movement. The roar of the crowd is deafening. They're here for blood, for glory, for the thrill of victory. The match begins and the crowd goes wild. Every grapple, every throw, every near fall is met with thunderous applause and jeers. It's a back-and-forth battle of strength, skill, and sheer willpower. The wrestlers slam into each other, their bodies colliding with a sickening thud. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, holding their breath as the fight reaches its climax. Victory or defeat, it's a spectacle that stays with you long after the dust settles. From dust to glory, the people's champion. In ancient Rome, gladiators were more than just fighters. They were the superstars of their time, living legends who captured the hearts and imaginations of the Roman people. Imagine being a gladiator who's fought his way from the bottom. You've tasted dirt, you've felt the sting of defeat, but you kept going, you trained harder, fought harder, and now, the roar of the crowd is for you. The people loved a winner, and they adored the gladiators who showed courage, skill, and a never-give-up attitude. These warriors were the idols of their day, their faces on mosaics, their names whispered with reverence. A successful gladiator wasn't just respected, he was worshipped. He earned wealth, fame, and the adoration of thousands. He dined with dignitaries, had poems written about him, and his name became synonymous with bravery and skill. But beyond the fame and fortune, these gladiators represented something more profound. They embodied the Roman ideal of virtues, courage, strength, and excellence in the face of adversity. They were living proof that hard work, dedication, and an unbreakable spirit could lead to glory.